Happy Year of the Snake! Today we're going to be painting a snake, and right now I'm using acrylic paint, a pre-mixed color, to block in the background. It usually takes about 2 coats, and you can use a blow dryer to blow dry it in between. Make it a little faster. I do like to paint the sides just to give it a nice finished look. In case people aren't going to frame it, it will be ready to hang. So that's something to think about when you're painting. I'm putting in the second layer, and these dry pretty quick. Acrylic dries pretty quickly, but like I said, you can use a blow dryer and speed it along. Now that we have our dried canvas, I'm taking a paint marker. It's called Posca pen. There are many different kinds. You can actually just use a pencil, but I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing. I didn't think a pencil would show up on the camera. So this is just an acrylic marker, and I'm drawing in a snake. You can look at a picture of a snake on the internet, in a book, and kind of get an idea of what a snake looks like. I'm just kind of stylizing a snake. This is just for fun, so I really wouldn't get too serious and frustrated with your snake. Then I'm taking black acrylic paint, and I'm just going to fill in the little shape of the snake that I just drew. And just like we did with our background, we are going to do a layer, and then when it's dry, another layer, just so that we have a uniform, solid shaped snake. When I'm painting the head, I kind of imagine where the eyes would be and just leave that blank. You don't have to, you can just paint it black if you want, but for me it's kind of helpful so that when I paint the eyes in, I kind of already know where they're going. Just filling in. I do like to cover the marker if possible, just so that it looks tidy. Now that we have our snake painted in, I'm mixing a little bit of the black with a little bit of the white and making a very, very dark gray. And we're going to put some scales in, and those are just little dots. I'm using the brush as dots, and I'm keeping them in the center of the snake. Just random, or you can do some little designs if you want. It's your snake, have fun with him. Some of mine are kind of uniform and some are kind of just sporadic. And I'm just going to cover him with little dark gray dots right now, his little scales. So now I'm making a lighter gray, just a little bit lighter than what you just did. And I'm putting some more of those little scales in, randomly, but kind of following what I already did, keeping him central. And we're just giving him a little texture, giving it more of a little snake look, a little shine. So a little bit of lighting for our snake. Don't forget his head. I thought it'd be fun to kind of make mine have a little rattle at the end. And you don't have to make a rattlesnake. I'm not really sure if this is a rattlesnake. It's my own little imaginary snake. And I'm gonna put my little designs in now. I like to paint little vines. I want him to kind of look sort of folk art-y, kind of tribal-y. I like he's getting a little tattoos. So I'm putting little vines and little leaves, and this is a good time to practice the brush. This is a liner brush, and it's very thin, and it's good for painting lines. You can get some nice little decorative leaves with the liner brush simply by pressing and then dragging. So different brushes do different things, and it's a good time to kind of just play with what each brush can do. So this one's fun for doing little decorative leaves, little lines, and I'm just going to cut in some little vines all through the snake, and I'm using that background color that we used because I think it's kind of fun to kind of camouflage them a little bit, because that's what snakes like to do. They like to hide. So I'm going to put some more foliage around him. Now we've got the vines, we're going to come in with some flowers. You do not have to paint flowers. You can make this snake have stripes, diamonds, whatever designs you feel. But I like to paint the flowers, so I'm putting some little flowers on the snake. And I'm using white paint. And feel free to play with whatever colors you like. You guys know I love color, so I'm going to pop some pinks in. I'm putting some little exterior designs that are kind of florally looking, but a little more like petals on the outside of the snake. And I just think more color the better. For me, kind of just makes it pop off the canvas a little better. I'm just going to pop some pinks in there. And now I'm making a lighter pink to kind of accent the pinks that I just put in. I'm just doing like little, just tiny little lines on each petal. And really the more intricate you want to make it, or the more simple, it's really depending on what your style is. I like to get real detailed on some things, and for me it's just kind of fun and meditative to sit there and keep tweaking on it. And then I'm going to fill in the centers of the flowers with that light pink I just made. And then I've got this nice green, and I'm going to do some of the other flower centers green. And since I've got that green out, now at this point you can just leave your snake alone, or like I said, you can keep tweaking on it. I'm putting little green accents on those leaves of the vines. And if you like your snake just like that, then you can stop whenever you feel it looks done to you. Because I've got like OCD and can't stop, I continued on and put little vines behind my snake and just kind of broke up that space. And paint his eyes green. You can paint them whatever color you want. And now I'm feeling like I want to break up that background space, even though it looks fine and beautiful the way it is. My style is kind of, it can be a little extra. So feel free to skip this if you don't like it. But for me, it's just about having fun and painting. So I just keep going. Painting in some little vines, some little leaves. I think it kind of gives the snake the movement. He's just kind of laying there, and the vine kind of gives it a little extra movement. One thing you want to watch out for when you're painting, you'll see me moving the canvas around to kind of get to different spots, and that's great. You want to make sure that the paint's dry where you just put your hand. Now, I do it a lot. I'll drag my hand into some wet paint and smear it on the canvas. Do not worry about it. The beautiful thing about paint is it's paint. It's going to dry, and you can paint over whatever little mess up you made. And that's what I do on this one. When I have a little splotch that I messed up, when it's all done, I'll just go back with the color and kind of erase it with, the paint. So don't sweat it. Don't beat yourself up. We all will mess up a painting. I'm putting in some pink leaves just because I'm weird like that. And I think I like the pink. I like the pink. So putting in some little pink leaves, and I think it just kind of makes it different. So now wherever I have messed up the paint, I'm going to go in with my paintbrush and just cover that up. And we're done. So just going to tighten up any little things like the eyes. I feel the eyes need a little tightening. And you can make your snake mad or mean, or you can make him nice. I like a simple snake. I don't want one that's going to bite me. When you feel like your snake is done, sign it proudly wherever you want. I usually will do it on the front. That's our snake painting project. I've had so much fun painting with you guys. Perfect little totem for this year, the year of the snake. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for being here on my Patreon.